The first place I wanted to start. Let's see. Where do I want to start? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, so this is the #1 reason why, like, I just want to have a dialogue. Like, this is the reason why. Like, you know, even when I called on, like, the radio, I just want to have a dialogue. You know, but when we don't have a dialogue, we're forced to, like, make these videos back and forth and back and forth. And a lot of the things that we may say that were just honest mistakes, like I made, it won't get turned into this, oh, he lied, you know. Instead, there will be an actual dialogue, and it will just cut all that stuff in seconds. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I wanted to actually have a dialogue, because when you make these back and forth videos, that's what actually happens. So with that, I'll just go ahead and get started. So the first thing was, he pointed out that I misquoted him. And I actually did. The only thing was, I didn't realize it. But he took that and said, oh, you're lying. Really? So I just went up there and lied. Or did I just make a mistake and I misquoted you? Like, look how close those quotes were. Like, I was talking on the fly. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and just lie. Like, why would I do that? Like, I don't have time for that. You know, like, so that was another thing that I just kind of looked at kind of funny. Like, okay, yes, I actually did misquote you. And I apologize about that. But, like, why would you say, like, oh, he lied? Like, that, you know, that's just me. You know what I mean? I believe that people are human beings. They make honest mistakes. So, another thing was, and yeah, by the way, I do apologize about that. I mean, since I did misquote you and all, like, hey, you know, you're right. Another thing is that about the whole thing about his times and his debates. I admit that was that was shoddy. What I did was I basically just, like, looked at all the debate talk for yous all in one page, and I just, you know, I saw his name, like, come up 3 times. But when I ran it again, I realized it said 3 out of 5. And I looked at the 3 and I didn't realize the 5. So yeah, that was my mistake, you know. So yeah, that's what happened. And so really, I looked and I found out that he wasn't on Debate Talk for You 3 times. He was on Debate Talk for You 5 times. And, you know, the main proof of that is that the 2 other times that I missed, he actually put in the video, you know. And those 2 times that I missed, what he put in the video were debates that he was in, which was 2. But here's my main point I'm trying to make too. Like, what he did to me, like, I could go ahead and do to him right now, which is the reason why I don't want to, like, have these back and forth videos. I just want to have a dialogue to kill this. So for example, he said in his video that I've debated on Debate Talk for You dozens of times, but yet, like, you were on the show 5 times. That was it. The other 2 times, you know, that I missed, since I said 3 times, and you put the other 2, like, that was it. If you were on there dozens of times, why didn't you show the dozens of times that you were debating or dialoguing or teaching on there? Why didn't you do that? You know, let's just be technical. Dozen means 12, so that means, like, you're in double digits, but yet you've been on Debate Talk for You in single digits. You know, now right there I could say, oh, you know what? Looks like he's lying, but I'm not gonna do that, fam. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that in good character that he was just exaggerating. You see that? See, even another thing too. He said in the video in 30 minutes and 55 seconds that most Chicago Israelite whatever don't believe in the 12 chaps chart. But yet at the end of the video, you're, like, showing 12 chaps charts throughout your whole outro. Now right there, I could just be like, hey, you know what? I think he's lying, or maybe he's part of those few Israelites that believe in the 12 tribes chart. See, I could do that right now, but guess what? I'm not gonna do that. Like, I have every evidence to do that, but I'm not gonna do that. You see what I mean? So that's the problem. Like, the bottom line is, by the end of the day, like, we're human, so we're not gonna perfectly quote stuff, and we're not gonna perfectly articulate things without contradicting ourselves sometimes. But this is the reason why I want to have a dialogue with you, so we can stop all this. You know, you make a video, ooh, look at those inconsistencies. I make a video, oh, look at those inconsistencies. I don't want to do that no more. Like, let's just have a dialogue. You know. Now, if you don't want to, that's fine. You know, but I'm just gonna make my stance as I said before. You know, like, as an elder, I still respect you. And if I did say anything that was, you know, off the cuff, I apologize. But, you know, I admit I was mad that day when I saw you, because it was like, why are you going to make a whole teaching and continue to, you know, slander our name? And then when I call, like, oh, you don't want to talk to me. But then in the midst of you teaching, you're saying things like, oh, you know, those Christians are scared behind the calls, and I know that they hesitating whether or not to come in. Like, why would you do that? And I come knocking on your door, and then you say, oh, no, talk to my assistant. Like, it's just common sense, man. Like, this ain't, like I said, I don't like drama. If you're looking for some type of conspiracy or drama or whatever, you're not gonna find it with me. Like, you're just not. So I just said the same thing that I will say to you right now, and I'll just take this stance in my dying breath, and that is, like, do what you do. But if you're gonna just continue to put our name in your mouth, then expect me to come knocking on your door and be like, hey, excuse me, you've been talking about us a lot. Would you care to explain yourself? Like, you want dialogue about this. You want to go ahead and you know, prove whatever you're saying. Yeah, I mean, like, that's just common sense. Like, if you're going to continue to talk about someone over and over and over and over and over and over and over, like, why be surprised if they come at you, you know? And the other thing is, I brought up a lot of things about, like, the One West, but I already knew, like, he wasn't One West. So you probably wonder, like, why did I bring that up? I brought those things up because I was comparing how One West is, you know, just as dangerous as some of the teachings that he was going around teaching, and how it could just be bad for the community. That's the reason why I brought it up. I was just comparing it. But he actually thought that I was saying that he was One West, you know? And then I said, like, you know, the origins of, you know, the whole reincarnation doctrine came from One West, you know? But yet he ended up saying that there were churches or just Israelites and things like that that came before One West that started in the 1920s. That's nice to know, but I don't remember them originating any kind of reincarnation doctrine. You see that? So, I don't know, man. Like, that's why, you know, and I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to put that. But a lot of times when you don't actually have a live dialogue with somebody, yeah, you can misfire on what you're trying to convey. That's what happens. You know what I mean? It's like writing a letter back and forth with somebody. You know, if you just go ahead and talk to them, those little mistakes won't happen. So, like I said, man, I could do this all day, but I'm not. That's all I really wanted to say. Other than that, peace and blessings, y'all. And, you know, that's about it. So he made his response, and I made my response, and, you know, now people just kind of see things the way out. Other than that, I mean, I really shouldn't hear anything about us anymore from him. But if I do, like, I mean, he already knows it's going to happen. I mean, what else do you expect? So, other than that, that was it. That's all I wanted to say, man. You know, I know that G-Con and the rest of the brothers, they'll probably have, you know, some responses to it too. I just wanted to cover my side because, you know, they can definitely, you know, speak for themselves you know, a lot better than I can speak for them, because they got their own backgrounds and the, you know, why they do what they do. Other than that, that was it. Peace and blessings, y'all. Oh, and check out his response video. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the description section. Like I said, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Oh wait, yeah, especially that part when he says, "Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest." I was laughing at that. That was funny. All right, I'm out.